Why is it that when I need to sleep the most, my body just absolutely refuses to let it happen? Why? Damn it, I'm exhausted, I'm burned out, and I cannot sleep, which is a specific kind of hell because it means I'm barely functional all day and I'm aggressively awake the moment my head hits the pillow at night. I'm definitely not sleeping through the night like one of those well-adjusted adults in a mattress commercial. I'm lying there, alert, irritated, and furious that my body won't settle down even though nothing is happening. Hey, I'm Sheila. I'm not a coach. I'm not a guru. I'm just your internet auntie with receipts, a PhD, and shit that makes no sense and enough lived experience to tell you when something feels off. And this feels off. Because if exhaustion doesn't lead to sleep, then what the hell is my body actually doing? So here's the part that makes me want to flail uncontrollably and scream like that little squirrel in Ice Age. I'm exhausted because I'm burned out, and I can't sleep because I'm burned out, and people act like those two things cannot possibly be true at the same time. Here's what actually is happening. I get into bed so tired that I feel hollow, and my body reacts like I just shut down like a nuclear facility without permission. My eyes are closed, but my jaw is like clenched tight, my chest is all fluttery, and my brain is doing a full systems check to prepare an incident report due at a non-existent meeting that I'm supposed to have non-existently in the morning. My husband and my dog are just softly sleeping and snoring away. It's actually rude and kind of mocking, if you ask me. I'm restless, uncomfortable, too hot, too cold, unable to turn off my brain. Thoughts that didn't exist all day suddenly line up for some kind of processing. Conversations from years ago resurface with notes. Imaginary futures show up with agendas. People keep saying things like, oh, you should get some sleep, which is just adorable and deeply irrelevant. I'm exhausted in a way that should guarantee sleep. I'm not avoiding sleep. I want sleep. Really, really bad. My body, however, seems convinced that staying semi-conscious is how we survive the night. Now, I've gone to my doctor several times, and he does believe that I'm still in a depressive episode. And that's fine and dandy, except I don't feel like it. I feel burned out. I'm not sad. I'm apathetic. I'm not down. I'm flat. Does that make sense? Maybe it's a combination of both, and maybe the label matters less than the fact that I can't sleep and I can't care both at the same time. Maybe it's aging menopause chunky woman stressing over lifitis. I don't know. All I know is when I lay down, I can't sleep. So I'm trying stuff. I started some new meds for depression, and some of them did help me sleep. They've now apparently abandoned me. I've done the melatonin, the magnesium glycinate, essential oils, all the CBDs and hemps. Honestly, everything short of things like Ambien because those scare me. I eat clean, I eat dirty, I don't eat it all. Nothing seems to help my energy levels. I'm trying these new body pillows as well, and I've ordered some of them to test out because my body has made it clear that sleep is now a collaborative process. I'll let you know which one wins. I'll put it in the description just in case you're in this boat too. I literally have a spreadsheet that's tracking doses of meds, tinctures, timing, and order that I take them in because apparently I think that sleep is a puzzle that I can outthink. Yeah, Sheila, how's that working out for you? So basically what it comes down to is it's time to do the work and back to therapy I go. I believe this is happening now because my life feels fundamentally out of my control and my body doesn't handle that well. My husband is working himself into the ground. I'm working myself into the ground, and I'm worried about both of us. I'm not exercising because I have zero energy, which is what happens when you get zero sleep and work too much. 2 years unemployed now from a traditional job, and while I'm not going back to corporate, I have to figure out something. I keep applying, and I keep looking, and I keep hoping, and I keep trying. I keep doing all the ings, and all I get is nothing. I don't like that ing. Now, I watch myself closely because of my mental health stuff, and I adjust things. I am trying to manage my sleep like it was a task that could be completed if I approached it correctly, hence the spreadsheet. For me, it feels like that doing it this way gives me some semblance of control. And if I use all of my analysis skills that I've honed over 30 years in corporate America, I'll find the right pattern. I really will. I'll find the right pillow, the right temperature setting, the right combination of meds and oils and food. But I don't know if that will happen. Every attempt to control it reads like pressure, and pressure is what burned me out in the first place. So I think I'm in a stage right now that my body isn't associating sleep with relief. My body associates sleep with vulnerability and laziness. Sleep requires trust, and burnout and depression has used all of that up. Here's what I know now, and I don't like it. Burnout is not just being tired. Burnout is your body learning that vigilance is the only thing that's keeping you safe. So when you try to sleep, your nervous system doesn't cooperate. It just assumes that something bad will happen when you stop paying attention, which is hilarious because something bad has already happened. The fire has already burned the house down, and my nervous system is out there pacing the lawn with the flashlight, looking for trinkets that it can save. When you're burned out, sleep is not restorative. Sleep feels like exposure. Sleep feels like stepping away from a post that you were never officially assigned, but you learned to hold on to it anyway, even when you no longer cared about the job. I think your body learned to stay alert because staying alert worked. It kept things running. It kept you safe. It kept you ahead of whatever might go wrong next. And now it doesn't know how to stop, even though you're exhausted and, frankly, a little bit numb. So when you finally lie down and you want sleep to arrive, your nervous system panics because from its perspective, you just stopped guarding something important and did not earn the right to rest. And just to be clear, this isn't me saying that the answer is willpower or supplements or the right pillow or a better mindset. I don't think this is something that you can push through. I think that this is something that your body has to feel safe enough to release. So if you're burned out and you can't sleep, you're not broken, you're not dramatic. Even though it does feel personal at 3 a.m., it is not personal. I don't have an answer for this. I am not on the other side of it. I'm in it too. All I know is now I know I have to start doing the work, right? I need to get back into therapy. I need to start forcing myself to do the things like exercise and eating right, even though it doesn't feel good. I'm just living in a body that's learned that vigilance is a survival skill and hasn't been convinced it's safe to stand down yet. That's exhausting, inconvenient, and it's deeply unfair. But you're not alone in it, even when you're awake and everyone else is asleep. That vigilance didn't come from nowhere. It was trained. And it didn't just steal your sleep, it quietly turned your effort into permission. Permission to take more, permission to lean harder, permission to assume that you'll carry it because you always have. And once you see that, you really can't unsee it because this isn't just about rest. It's about how often your competence has been mistaken for consent and what it's been costing you without your agreement. Let's talk about that next here.